fact, if you want to take a look at a similar crash in the stock market besides the one in 1928, you can take a look at what happened in 1914. I mean, yes, that was followed by the production of World War I, but still, it did not have the same government intervention that this intervention had. What's curious is that the Federal Reserve, which was meant to be the lender of last resort, did not lend to many of these banks and actually allowed them to fail. In fact, the economist Milton Friedman would use this as his great criticism of the Federal Reserve, which he argued probably would have been, the government would have been best off, or the country would have been best off, if the Federal Reserve had not existed at this time, since banks already had their own clearinghouses to lend to them in times of emergency. Those were no longer around. The government had taken over that area. But what's curious about Milton Friedman is that even though he's excellent at stating some of the specific problems of how the Federal Reserve didn't do enough at this time, it really takes an economist like Murray Rothbard to actually show us how the government did too much. Rothbard says this: "The long economic constriction known as the Great Depression was caused by several factors, natural and man-made, but the depth, breadth, and length of that sordid episode of human suffering was entirely the result of government intervention and poor fiscal management, the sort of economic foolishness that inevitably accompanies the machinations of modern elitists." It's curious that what was not often seen by many economists of the time, and even afterwards, was that the inflation of the money supply, the control of the money supply in the first, the expansion of credit was a severe problem.